Hey folks, it's Dr. Groovy, Scott Grove from GroovyMusicLessons.com. I'm going to show you a couple of tunes today so that some chordal changes and shapes that I've taught before might make a little more sense within context instead of just the basic showing you how they just kind of work in different places. I'll actually, like I said, show them to you in context. One tune I'm going to use is going to be Sawyer Brown, Some Girls Do. There'll be a link below for the actual record version and a link for a live version so you can actually see this utilized. So it's, like a D chord actually played like an A chord, a C chord played like an A chord, a G chord played like an F chord, and so forth. And I'm also going to show you like Bad Moon Rising by CCR. They don't play it this way at all. They just use regular cowboy chords. But I'm going to show you basically the same type of chords to play that. I actually play the ones I'm going to show you as opposed to the CCR way. Okay? Today's acts, the Giles USA, one of the 20 prototypes that were made for a buddy of mine that lives right down the street from Mr. Roland Giles that makes these. He's still in business, so you can look him up. This is from 1996, Groovy Axe. Check it out. The Bill Lawrence pickups that say Wild on them because somebody stole Bill Lawrence's name and came out with like the Bill Lawrence on the headstock, swamp casters and stuff like that. No, those are in no way related to Bill Lawrence. They just stole his name. And, yeah, these guitars are really cool. They're made out of like a poly resin type of thing. No wood on the body. Look at that. Look at this. Okay, so look at that neck joint. There's nothing there. If you were to drop this guitar, it would actually shatter. Okay. So, yeah, it's like kind of normal here. Looks like a Fender Swinger guitar. If you've looked those up, if you haven't, that's what they look like in the back. Okay? But then it just gets so cool right there. I mean, it's wafer thin. So that's the axe I'm going to use. I always like to show that. Look at the end of the fingerboard here. Got a big wave cut out. Just interesting looking. Very cool. I was messing with this last night, set it up, and it's just on my list of favorites again. It's back in rotation, so very cool. So we'll get to those, and hopefully you'll learn more about these kind of chords and another little surprise that's within the Sawyer Brown tune as well. Okay, let's get at it. Okay, so now it's time to get this one going. What I mainly wanted to get across, like I said, I've done this in a few lessons before, and if you're just joining the channel or first time here, just want to let you know that, of course, your cowboy chords down here, yeah, we're just going to put those in a different place, okay? So your D chord, which normally you just get, will be up here at the 7th fret, D, G, B string. Absolutely zero difference. Okay, so again, that's just at the 7th fret, first finger, barring across those 3 strings. Okay, now the way we're going to do this is I'll show you right now what I'm going to teach you on it, and you can decide whether you want to stick around or not. For the Sawyer Brown tune, Some Girls Do, again, 2 links below, live and studio. It actually sounds like this. Okay, it goes like that, and it does it a couple more times. And I'm actually going to show you the CCR, Bad Moon Rising, which is normally and actually done. But I'm going to show you the way I do it, just because it fits into this lesson. I actually go Okay, so it's just using these substitute chords to get you around and do a couple little licks within that. Okay, I'm not going to take forever like usual. Okay, so it'll be a quick lesson. So our D, we're going to start on the Sawyer Brown tune, will be, of course, 7th fret. The other chords that we'll be using will be C, which is just moving down 2 frets, so at the 5th fret. And then G is exactly an F chord. Just moved up 2 frets. So you got, starting from the high E, you got 3, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And the way it sounds is, okay, quick like that. The intro of it is actually a Jimi Hendrix thing from if you guys already know how to go, then we're good to go. If you don't, we're back here at the 7th fret. We're going to take our middle finger, put it on the A string at the 8th fret, hammer on to the 9th fret. Okay? And hit at least the D string, maybe the G string with it. It doesn't, there's no slop here, so you can hit 2, 3, 4 strings if you want. Don't matter, as long as you get. Okay? And that's what we actually need. With the hammer on is 2 notes. Okay, so that's how it goes. Okay, so we do the hammer on twice here on the D chord. Okay, a quick hammer on, but we only play it once down here. Okay? And if you want, you can skip off this little one and just do that. Put your finger at the 9th fret on the 8th string. Whichever you want to do, but definitely do the hammer on the first time. I like to do this both times because that's the way it actually goes. But whatever floats your boat, it's mainly the chords that I'm interested in you learning. Okay, we got that coming up again. So, okay, just play it that many times. Again. Okay, after we do that, we're going to slide back 2 frets for just 1 hit. Okay? Then hurry up and make the G chord that I said was the F moved ahead here 2 frets. Okay, so we have slowly. Okay, so we're not hitting the high E string ever. Okay, so leave that out of there. You can put the B string in if you want. It's kind of a harmony thing. It's not actually in there, but it would sound like this if you did. Okay, so you can see the difference if you add the B string. It's not in the song, but if you're doing a thing where you're playing with a band, you might put that in just for some fun, just like here and there. Okay, like this. Okay. Like that. Okay. So again. Now. Okay, that's hammering on the D string from 7 to 9. Okay, slow again. Okay, so you have a hammer on here. Now we do what is very cool. If you've done the that kind of stuff, we're going to do it really low. Okay, starting on the D. We won't start here, but to show you how this is going to fit in. Okay, so we have on the A string, 5th fret, middle finger, first finger right here on the 4th fret on the D string. Okay, and then we're just going to go up. Okay, with those little increments. So we're going from 5-4, 5-4, up to 7-5, up to 9 and 8. I'm sorry, 9 and 7. Okay, once again, 5-4, 7-5, 9-7. Okay, and we're actually going to do it that way at the end of it, but backward to begin with. Okay, so it's the backward part that we need to hit each of the notes. I'm hitting the first one, sliding it down, so we're actually going 9 and 7 first, then 5 and 4, then we slide up from 7 and 5 up to the 9 and 7. So we have, I missed the one at 5 and 4, so it's that quick. If you want to pick up, you'll hear more of the D string. If you want to pick down, you'll hear less of it. Because here's what we get. That was picking down at the end of it. And at the very end of that, the second time around, we finally end there at 5 and 4. So all the way around. Okay, so that's the way that whole intro and main line is. That's your hook line in this song. Okay, so again, just trying to teach you that those can be in different places and how they can be used, and that you can do the little Hendrix thing. I actually do that live. I'll be like, you know, do something like a... And then... Okay, and what I do here is that goes A, G, back to D in the cowboy chords, but the second time it goes up to the D here. Okay, so check this out. That there, but it comes back up here, even though it's not doing that stuff. Okay, now when we're doing the CCR tune, again, I told you that it actually is on Bad Moon Rising. It's actually D, D, A, G, D. Okay, so you can tell that we're already going to go D here, but when we do the A, it's going to look like an F chord, as will the G chord. Okay, so if you want to get out of here now and you get it, you can go ahead and do that. Okay, but again, I'm going to be sliding up to this. So if you get it, then you get it. If not, then stick around. Okay? So in this song, again, it's actually played D, A, G. Okay? So again, we're going to go up to the D, but we're going to slide into it from 6 to 7. Okay, and then I go to the D. This is the way I play it live. Why? Because, like I was talking before, I actually get those harmony notes up here on the B string. Now and then I'll use it. Instead of just doing that with the two strings, the D and the G string, on each of these, I'm not hitting anything else. Just the D and G string. Okay, you can see what I'm doing. If you want to do the slide, you can, whatever. It's about the chords and the shapes. All the times that I'm playing those, I am not hitting the B string at all. Never. Even there, I'm not hitting the B string at all. So I'm only hitting the D and G all the way through until I get, then I'm hitting the low D string, and that's it. But like I said, you could put in that B string if you want a harmony. Okay? Which, of course, I do like on one verse, just to change it up a little bit. And then back to what I was doing. And then I'll play it the way it's actually done, just to give it some different texture as things go by, you know, because if you're playing with another guitar player that's playing these chords, it sounds kind of cool to have. Okay, like, and just play it about like that, because you're playing harmony over top of him that way. You could just simply go, and it would sound very cool. Okay, so again, that is basically it. To show you that you can do the Hendrix lick thing, and that it is part of. Cool how much they do use that. And yes, the tone is distorted like this, or I should say overdriven like this on both songs. It's just a little amp breakup. Speaking of little amp, I'm using the little Fender G deck again. The little amp behind me, that little guy. So, little solid state modeling type of thing that you can get for $100 most places. They don't make them anymore, but if you find them in a pawn shop, yeah, about $100. Tons of built-in songs and stuff to play with. They offer a blues version, a metal version, and a country version. Guess which one I got? Yeah, the country one. So it's got a lot of tunes built in that it plays. It does have like a 10-inch speaker and a tweeter, so that it's nice reproduction sound with the backing tracks. And you can get it in 15-watt version or a 30-watt version. I have the 30. Such a handy little amp, especially for teaching. Again, so that's basically it. Bringing some of the new folks in on just how cool it is to be able to play those chords instead of just playing cowboy chords, which just means nothing past the 3rd fret all night long. Okay, so hope you dig that one, and that's all I've got for this. Okay, folks, like I said, that's it for me. And once again, this is the 96. I know they made it through at least 97. The Giles USA KL 400. There are supposedly 20 of them out there. So if you ever want to put them on your watch list anywhere and see if one ever pops up, they are such a super cool axe. Again, the only thing that's made out of wood is the neck and the fingerboard. That's it. The saddles are even made out of the same thing as the body is. So very groovy, and the pickups are just awesome. Bill Lawrence didn't make a bad pickup as far as I'm concerned. And such a groovy axe. I hope you dug the lesson, and I was glad to make it short for you. So those of you who actually play guitar can pick it up quick enough and, oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, duh. Okay, so you guys stay groovy. As always, I'm just groovy every single day. Herpy trails. Bye-bye.
Okay, just give me a second so I can put away all my guitars.